Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at creepy stories from different cultures. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Nakken. I don't know if I said that right. I think I said it wrong, but I'm sorry if I pronounce any of these wrong. A man that sits by a body of water, usually rivers, and plays his violin to lure children into the water. What? That's creepy. Wait, are these like creepy urban legends? Okay. Maran, a woman born on Friday the 25th of December. On Christmas. She sneaks into your room at night and kills you. But she has some OCD of sorts and you can fend her off by leaving a pile of cow hair on your windowsill. She'll have to count them all, which hopefully leaves you with enough time to wake up. That's terrifying. Wasn't there something about, what was it? What's afraid of garlic? I don't know. Wasn't it like garlic or something? Was it garlic? Like you throw garlic at a ghost or something and it's scared of it and it disappears. I forgot where that was from. Don't look up at trees when you are walking at night. A virgin ghost that will suck the life out of you sits up there waiting for you to look up. When a person is asleep, their soul leaves their body. If you paint or draw on a sleeping person's face, their soul will not recognize them and be unable to jump back into the body. Oh my gosh. I've never once done that before, looked up at a tree while walking at night. What is this? That's so scary. And what? When a person is asleep, the soul leaves the body. Oh my gosh, to all the drunk people. How are you guys doing? You know, your friends have probably drawn on your face before. How are you doing? Whoa, that's creepy. The black dog werewolf local variant who jumps on your back, then you have to carry him to a graveyard where he jumps off. Oh my goodness. A monster that lives under the lid's greenhouse's wells and pulls in children, then drowns and devours them. These are so creepy. Small town in upstate New York. There used to be a train station there. Back when people actually took passenger trains anywhere in rural areas. Fairly well-off guy, well known in town, comes racing into the station right before midnight. Seconds later, a huge old-fashioned jet black train with nobody aboard, I mean nobody, rolls into the station. No schedule shows a train arriving for another hour, but there it is. Guy runs through the booth and jumps onto the train. Train rolls off into the night. Nobody ever saw him again. Wait, is this real? I feel like we've believed in so many creepy legends. Like, I remember there was one my brother told me where if you whistle at night, a big snake will come into your house and eat you when you're sleeping. So like, I would never whistle at night. Why did he tell me that as a kid? Honestly, I swear. Why do people love telling kids ghost stories? I've heard of so many ghost stories as a kid that I'm still scared of, you know. He's a blonde, beautiful dwarf that goes around naked in the woods. He owns a golden stick that provides him with magical powers. He kidnaps the kids that don't sleep in the afternoon, around 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. here, and if he returns, they're often deaf or mute. Huh? So they punish them for not sleeping in the afternoon? I would like to sleep in the afternoon. I would like that. What the heck? That's so creepy. Pombero, some kind of elf. He is the guardian of the woods and wild animals. He lives in the countryside and announces his presence whistling. If he is your friend, he can guide you through the woods and help you. But if he's your enemy, he can do all sorts of things to you. He punishes the hunters that kills more animals than necessary by making them disappear forever. Is that a good thing? He sounds like a villain hero. Like a hero, but also a villain. A villain that helps good people but punishes the bad kind of hero. Wait, is it a villain or a hero? Was a woman during the day, but when they would sleep, their neck would stretch to incredible lengths and roam around freely. That's creepy. In Japanese folklore, this is a magical 400-year-old giant spider that can change its appearance into a beautiful woman. She will seduce young handsome men, wrap them up in the web, and eats them. Don't ever fall in love, guys. Oh wait, it says young handsome men. In Romania, I grew up on a farm, and my grandma and her sister were super religious, but they also believed in folk tales. This one folk tale said that each year on a specific night in summer, forgot the day of the Sinzayan, these mythical forest nymphs would come out and play their instruments together around town. You were never supposed to go outside if you heard music playing because it was their way of drawing people out. My grandma's sister told me this story about a person from the village who was working late on that day and didn't want to go home. As he was working, he heard folk music and the sounds were getting closer and closer, so he hid in a haystack. He then overheard the sound of a string breaking and a female voice saying, "Oh no, my guitar string broke." And then another voice said, "Oh, don't worry, maybe that man over there can help." And they apparently took one of his muscles from his leg and used it as a replacement for the string, and since then that man never walked on that foot ever again. This story used to scare me so much when I was little, and I never knew if they made it up entirely or if it was a tale passed on through generations, but it was super creepy. I thought he hid. What was that? No, seriously. I have heard about lots of like creepy tales as a kid as well. I've heard of some stories that still stick with me, and I still try to avoid doing these things because I'm so scared of it. Man, I can just imagine so many people going outside though because they're like, oh, music. This is a Mongolian myth. My grandma told me this when we were at a countryside where there's very little human interaction. She told me that after it's dark or you go outside alone while herding, and if you go far enough to not see the chimney of the yurt you're living at, a ghost or a spirit comes, makes you faint and have a seizure. The way you know the ghost is near is when an animal of your herd starts to have a seizure and their mouth bubbles up. If you're fast enough and see the chimney of your yurt, you may be able to avoid the spirit, but most likely by the time you realize what's going on, you're goners. I don't remember if you die by the end of it or is just left there. Even so, it was a pretty creepy story when she told me about it, especially when it was after sunset. Thank gosh I don't live in the countryside or something. Jeez. Like, the countryside is so big and so empty as well. Like, knowing this story is just gonna scare me so much. I do feel like a lot of these creepy legends are told to kids. So do you think that's a way of parents trying to get the kids not to do anything bad? Or like what, you know? Because why else would you tell that to a kid? Like, maybe they don't want the kids to go outside at night or something. Because I don't know why a parent would be telling kids these kind of stories. The babai. Parents tell the children that the babai is waiting under their beds when the children gets out of its bed when it actually should be sleeping. The babai takes it away from its parents. It's never said how the babai looks like, so that children can imagine something what they think is really scary. This is what I'm saying. Like, do they tell the kids these stories? Oh! Why you gotta rev your engine like that? Freaking scared me. I'm already so like, you know. What was I saying? Yeah, like, you see how parents tell the kids this? Is this a way of getting them to stay in bed and to sleep, you know? Because seriously, you telling your kid this? There is a Hmong ghost story about an old couple where the old woman thought that her husband was stroking her hair at night. Nope, it was a weird creature with crazy long arms that was reaching through the window at night. They never saw the whole creature, just the long arm reaching through the window and stretching way off into the forest. That's why you shouldn't put your head of your bed near the window. Oh my gosh, can you imagine, like, you think it's your partner just like being romantic and like nice, touching your hair, and then you turn to look at them but they're sleeping? Oh. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't know why, but this is just making me scared. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are, and as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!